Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to an afternoon edition of the Buzzards franchise here in year number 2. Last episode, we took on the Crocodons and continued our shutout streak as Jude Hokie combined with Max Texas for a complete game shutout of the division rival Crocs 2-0. Behind 8 shutout innings from Hokie and a shutdown 9th inning from Max Texas. Thankfully, and in that start, we injured the starter for the Crocodons, Maurice Brick, with a line drive to the chest, which allowed us to score those 2 early runs and basically, decide the game pretty early on. With that momentum up behind us, we are going into today's matchup against the undefeated Platypi, who lead their division at 5-0. We come in at 4-1, leading our own division. On the mound for us today is going to be right-hander Fran Japani, who got roughed up by the Nemesis in her first start. She took the loss, 0-1 with a 10.80 ERA and a 2 whip. And on the other side, it will be right-hander Jalen Agro. No record, a 3.18 ERA and a 1.41 whip. I'm going to give it a quick check here to see if Agro is a rookie before we jump into things today, because I am honestly not sure. B+ overall, solid ratings across the board for Agro. He is not a rookie. His rookie year was last season. He pitched 3 starts for the Platypi last year. We did not face him. He took over for, I believe, Stubby Tubrick, who no, Tubrick is still here. He took over for, it looks like, who would have been one of their relievers, it looks like he came on for. I think he came on for Chance Lauderbury, which, moved Zumar to the bullpen or something. But yeah, that sounds about right. So Agro's in his 2nd year here in the league. Let's see if he can match his rookie campaign with at least 1 win. Here's our lineup for today's game. Leading off at shortstop is the locked-in Buttons Bunterson. Following him, moving up to the 2-slot is left fielder Rolf Borgner. Batting third at first base is Mantonio Lavo, who got 2 hits in his debut last episode. In there for Chunk, who went hitless and is now currently tense. In the cleanup slot is the locked-in catcher Jacques Often. Batting 5th is the center fielder Thurman Colt. Batting 6th is the second baseman Slip Whoopity. Batting 7th, getting the start in right field today, is rookie Carter Mahoney, in for Gia Axelson, who hasn't really earned the starting role unofficially, so I'm going to give Mahoney a shot to still get his first hit. Batting 8th at third base is Ian Fielder, getting his first start of his Buzzards career, in for Mario Mustachio, who was also hitless last game and is now unfortunately tense. And rounding out the lineup at the 9 slot is the pitcher Fran Japani. Let's get it on. Heading over to Colonial Plaza as we once again play the Platypi on their home field. Platypi still a dangerous team to contend with. Very solid contact ratings, good defense, great starting pitching. Bullpen is above average, so they are on the good side of the coin there. Speed is only at the average or slightly below average rating, and they have completely sold out all of their power in the lineup, so we'll see if that was the right direction to go. Against us, who have only scored 3 runs in the last 2 games, it might be the right step. Got a lot of ups and downs there at the top of the lineup. After that, nothing much to speak of. Let's go. Bunterson, Borgner, and Lavo up first against Jalen Agro, the 2nd-year pitcher. Bunterson, the shortstop, leading off, locked in, hitting .500 on the year with an RBI, which he drove in last game. He drove in one of our 2 runs in that shutout against the Crocs. Here's the numbers for Agro on the season. In his first start, he gave up 2 earned runs, going only 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits surrendered with 2 walks. He struck out 4 batters, batting average against .261 on the year for him. He gave up 6 hits with the 2 walks, ERA of 3.18, and his whip of 1.41. Pretty solid. Good start. Not quite a quality start. He didn't make it to the 6-inning mark as that fastball's inside, ball 1. Swung late on the slider as Bunterson trying to catch up to the heat. That was a changeup. Pulled him out on the front foot. 1-2 the count to Buttons. Slider down and in is dribbled to short. Easy play for Snag Roper, and that is an easy first out. Next up is the left fielder, Rolf Borgner. .250 average on the year with 2 RBIs. He went 3 for 4 last game with 3 hits, turning around his season as he was batting under 100 coming into that contest. Takes a slider at the knees for a strike, going 1. Borgner also scored 2 runs. Heater high, ball 1. High again, 2-1. Slider middle in, ripped into the gap right center field. That is down for a base hit. Hand cuts it off, so will hold Borgner to just a single, but the left fielder is on as he continues trending in the right direction with the bat. Next up is the first baseman today, Mantonio Lavo. 2 for 4 day last episode as he drove in a run on the line drive, which smacked Maurice Brick in the chest and effectively ended his day before the second inning came to a close. Change up low, ball 1, 0-1, sorry. I thought that was a ball. Slider inside, misses, 1-1. Slider away, misses, 2-1. Curveball down, pulls it foul as he was early on it, 2-2. Swung through a fastball inside, good pitch from Agro, his first punch out today, 2 down. Now we'll bring up the catcher, Jacques Often, who's locked in, hitting .500 with a homer and an RBI. Jacques went 4 for 4 last game, singling 4 times. Fastball away, misses, ball 1. Powers right-hander active for Jacques. Changeup in there, 1-1. Chased the fastball high as he was geared up, 1-2. Curveball middle in, ripped down the line in right field. That is a fair ball as it goes into the corner for Jacques. Going, he'll hold there. It is a double for Jacques, second and third with 2 down. Buzzards threatening here as up is the center fielder Thurman Colt, still looking for his first RBI of the season. .450 average on the year for Thurman. Fastball 1. Heater high for a strike, 1-1. To right field, that is down for a base hit, and that will get the run in. Second runner will hold as that's a good throw from Linda Hand. 1-0 the score as Colt cashes in his first run of the season. Runners at the corners now with 2 down for the second baseman Sloop Whoopity, hitting only .235 on the year as he was hitless last episode, going 0 for 4. Fastball in there for at the knees for a strike, going 1. Pick off to first, nothing doing as, what's his face? Who's it for? Colt got back. There it is. That's the word. Pick off again as Colt dives back safely. Fastball up, lined in the center for it, but it goes right to Willie Bacon. The inning. Buzzards do get on the board first with an early run, as that's what happened in the Crocs game. We scored both our runs in the first 2 innings. Let's see if we can score more than that this time. Going to the bottom of the first, we're up 1-0. Bacon, O'Wugliams, and McStevens do up. Leading off is the center fielder for the Platypi today, who is locked in just with Wally Bacon over on the Wild Pigs. .333 average, 2 homers, and 7 RBIs for Willie. Lineup for the Platypi will be looked at in just a second, as here is the numbers for Japani on the year. In her first start, Fran took the loss against the Nemesis, going 5 innings, giving up 6 runs, a 10.80 ERA, and a 2 WHIP. She gave up 9 hits, 2 of them home runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Her batting average against of .391 on the season. And here's the lineup for the Platypi. After Bacon, it is the locked-in catcher, Hera O'Wugliams, in her backup position today. Batting third is locked-in third baseman Beefcake McStevens, the stud of this lineup. Batting fourth is the shortstop, Tense Snagroper, who comes over from the Wild Pigs, speaking of them. Batting fifth, first baseman Muffin Studwick, who is Tense. Batting sixth, left fielder Rory Crowds. Batting seventh, second baseman Walker Runs, who was picked up from the Freebooters in free agency as they lost Kitty Kaufman. Batting eighth, right fielder Linda Hand. And batting ninth, pitcher J. Linda Agro. Japani is set. Here we go. First pitch fastball up and away is swung through by Bacon, 0-1. Slider middle in there for a strike, 0-2 the count for Japani. Change it down in the dirt, 1-2. Zoomer up and in. High, good eye from Bacon, 2-2. Throw ball down in the dirt, bounces, full count. Fastball up and away, swung through it, strike 3. First punch up for Japani today. 1 step back goes flying as Bacon throws it away in disgust. Next up, the catcher, Hera O'Wugliams, who's locked in. Guys here on the season, averaging an RBI a game here for Hera. First pitch fastball down in the way is a check swing strike called at the knees, 0-1. Change it middle in, check swing. This one is inside this time, 1-1. Slider down and in, grounded the third, right at Ian Fielder, making his first start of the year. First 2 down. That'll bring up Beefcake McStevens, the stud. Third baseman's locked in, hitting .250. 2 homers and 4 RBIs on the year for good old Beefcake. Curveball down, below the knees, ball 1. Good eye there from Beefcake. 2-seamer down at the knees, fouled back, 1-1. Slider down and away, grounded to first. Lavo backhands that easily. He'll get to the bag himself, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Japani. desperately good start she needed, as she had a rough start last time out against the Nemesis, giving up 5 runs in the first 3 innings. To the second, Mahoney, fielder, and Japani due up. Leading off, rookie right fielder Carter Mahoney. No hits so far on the year for the rookie, but he does have an RBI on a sac fly. Let's see if he can get his first career hit here against Aggro. Curveball in the dirt as it bounces. Ball 1. Fastball up and in, line down. That is a fair ball as it hooks in. First career hit for Carter Mahoney as it gets by Linda Hand all the way to the wall. That is a leadoff double for the rookie. Congrats, Carter. That's a memory you'll never forget. Next up is third baseman Ian Fielder, hitless on the season. I believe he's 0 for 1 in pinch hit opportunities. If we take a look at the stats here real quick, he is. This is his first start of the year for the Buzzards in his career. Fielder, of course, if you remember, was signed before the playoffs in year number 1. He did not play in the playoffs. And we decided to hang on to him in free agency as he decided not to test, and he replaced Digaforto on the roster as the backup utility infielder. Fastball high, ball 1. Fastball down and in is a strike called, 1-1. Curveball at the knees, turned on by Fielder, line to left field, but it goes right to Rory Crowds, and that is the first out. Now we'll bring up the pitcher slot here. Pani, hitless on the season. Looking to move the runner over from second as the infield's in, expecting a bunt. You're not getting one from me with the runner in scoring position. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Infield still in bunt defense. Fastball away, popped up, shallow right field. That's not going to get it done as that goes to Linda Hand, who has the best arm in the outfield. 2 down. Next up, Bunterson, the shortstop, with the RBI chance. Buttons did drive in a run last game. Let's see if he gets it done here. Grounded at the shortstop his first time up. Fastball is high, ball 1. Slider in there for a called strike, 1-1. Fastball away is fouled off by Buttons, 1-2 the count as Aggro's ahead. Fastball down and then shatters the bat as it's dribbled to short. Roper to first in time, and that ends the inning as the Buzzards get the leadoff man in scoring position but cannot score. Bottom 2, Roper and Crowds due up for the Platypi. Leading off the inning is the shortstop Snag Roper. Shortstop is tense. He's 7 on the year. Signed in free agency here after the season began. He played on the Wild Pigs roster last year in year number 1, his rookie campaign. Looking to have some success here for the Platypis. That fastball's outside, missing the low corner. 1-0 the count. Slider up and in is taken 2-0. Two-seamer down and in is lined to right field, past the diving Whoopity. That is a base hit. Mahoney gets it in quickly, but it is late. Roper on with the first hit today for the Platypi. The first baseman today, Muffin Studwick. Tense right now, hitting a $176 with an RBI on the season. Studwick in his backup position, as he's normally a left fielder. Fastball up, called a strike, 0-1. Good pitch there from Japani. Curveball down and away, ripped foul by Studwick just early on the swing, 0-2. Change it down and in, fouled off as he stays alive. Two-seamer up, backs, 0-2 still the count. Slider away, drifts outside, 1-2. Fastball up and in, line to first, right to Lavo, who makes the backhanded catch, 1 down. Runner manages to matrix out of the way of the tag. That'll bring up left fielder Rory Crowds, who's hitless on the year, batting in the 6th slot today for the Platypi. Bench player getting a rare start here for the Platypi. Normally Muffin Studwick is out there. Two-seamer in there at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away is high, 1-1. Curveball down and away in the dirt, 2-1 the count. Change up and in, Crowds fouls it back, 2-2. Fastball down and in, chased it inside, strike 3. Second punch up for Japani, 2 down. That'll bring up 7 hitters. Walker runs, hitting .444. 2 RBIs on the year for the former Freebooters infielder. First pitch curveball away. Dribbled to the mound off Japani's glove behind the plate. Fires the first late infield single for runs. First and second now 2 down for Linda Hand. Right fielder hitting a $143. 2 RBIs on the year. She looks to tie the game up here with a nice hit. First pitch slider up and in is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball down and away, chop foul out of play by Hand, 0-2 the count. Seamer up and away, taken high, 1-2. Change it down and in. Called strike 3 at the knees. Third punch up for Japani. Second of the inning, and that ends the inning. To the third, it is still 1-0. Borgner, Levo, and Often due up. Leading off the inning is left fielder Rolf Borgner. Left fielder 1-for-1 today with a single, his first time at the plate. Looking at, he also scored a run as well. Fastball in there at the knees, 0-1. Chase the changeup inside, 0-2 to Agro as he's in the advantage position here. Liner to right center, though, on that inside fastball is down for a base hit. Another single for Borgner. He's 2 for 2 today. Borgner seems to have found his hitting stroke, and that'll bring up first baseman Antonio Levo. 0-for-1 today with the flyout. Changeup low. Oh no, Levo struck out. That's right. Changeup in the dirt. 1-0. Fastball up and away. Swung late. 1-1. Changeup down and in is out front of it is Levo. 1-2. Fastball away is fouled off. That's going to get out of play on the left side as fielders were shaded the other way against the switch hitter. Fastball up and in. That's fisted into shallow center. That's a tough play. Bacon can't get there as he was playing deep. Single for Levo. First and second now. One down. None down, actually. Dying quick for him, and that'll bring up Jock Often. Catcher doubled his first time up. He's 1-for-1. Slider at the knees. Hard chopper up the middle. Off the diving shortstop's glove into center field. That will be a base hit, and the bases are juiced here for the Buzzards as Often is now on fire. 6 for his last 6. Next up, center fielder Thurman Colt, 1-for-1 today with an RBI single. Let's see if he can do it again here. Fastball down in the way is outside from Agro, ball 1. Fastball middle of the plate, driven deep to left center field by Colt. He got a lot of it. Going back to the warning track as crowds looking up at the wall. Leaping, it's gone. Grand slam for Thurman Colt. It's in the nest. 4-run shot for the second-year outfielder. 5-0 the score, and now I feel really good about re-signing him. First of the year for Thurman Colt. That breaks the game open here. It is 5-0, and that will bring up Whoopity. 0-for-1 today with the fly out to center field. Agro now tense as that fastball's in there for a called strike. 0-1. Reminder, there are still no outs in the inning. Slider up, that's Sky to right center field. Well, here's the first one over for Linda Hand. She'll make the catch in the gap, 1 down. Next up, right fielder Carter Mahoney. Rookie doubled and got his first career hit last at bat. He's 1-for-1. 1-for-6 on the year now. Fastball high, ball 1. Slider away, 2-0 from Agro. Chase the slider outside, 2-1. Changeup inside, turned on and ripped foul by Mahoney, 2-2. Fastball up, popped up to the mound. Off on the left side of it is Agro. He will make his catch, 2 down. Next up is Ian Fielder. Flew out to left field his first time up. He's 0-for-1. Changeup at the knees, turned on and pulled foul. 0-1 to Ian. Fastball high, 1-1. Fastball up, hard ground at the first. Diving is Studwick to make the stop. He'll flip it to Agro in time, and that ends the inning. Agro bounces back, but he gives up the grand slam to Thurman Colt, who's driven in all 5 of the Buzzards' runs today. And that also has outmatched our run totals from the last 2 games combined. Bottom 3, it is 5-0. Agro leading off. Pitcher slide up first. Hitless on the year is Agro as he is coming into this at-bat still tense. Japani now pitching with a lead for the second time this year. First time with a lead greater than 2 runs as that fastball's outside. Ball 1. You remember in her start against the Nemesis, we scored 2 runs in that first inning as that curveball's outside, 2-0. And then she promptly gave up 6 unanswered runs. We gave up 7 unanswered in total en route to a 7-2 loss. 2-1 pitch coming here from Japani as a slider down and in for a strike, 2-2. Fastball up and away, fouled off, out of play on the right side. Still a 2-2 count. Change it down in the way, in the dirt. Full count now. Seamer up and in. Swung through it, strike 3. 4th punch up for Japani. 1 down. 2nd in a row, and that'll bring up Willie Bacon. Center fielder 0-for-1 today. First pitch slider down and in is ripped foul on the ground. 0-1 to Bacon. Fastball middle of the way. Outside, 1-1. Good eye there. Two-seamer up. Swung through it, 1-2. Curveball down and away. Fouled off. 1-2 still to count. Change it down and in. Line to short, right to Bunterson for the second out. Next up is right catcher Hera O'Bugliams. For 1 day for her. First pitch curveball down and away. Lined up the middle on the ground. That is a base hit for Hera. Her first today. It is 1 for 2 day for her. That extends the inning here for McStevens. 0 for 1 today with the ground out to first base. First pitch two-seamer up and away. Grounded hard to first, right to Leva, who fields it cleanly and taps the bag. That ends the inning. Another 0 on the board for Japani. To the fourth, it is 5-0. Japani, Bunterson, and Borgner do up. Leading off is Japani. Pitcher 0 for 1 today. Popped out her first time up the right field. Fastball's a call. That's changeup at the letters for a strike, going 1. Slider up and in is turned on and popped up. Foul territory on the left side. Out for it is McStevens to make the catch. 1 down. Next up will be Bunterson. Shortstop's 0 for 2. Still locked in, though, despite that. Fastball up and away. High. Ball 1. Fastball up, line down the right field line. Fair ball as it gets in right before the chalk. That is a single for Bunterson. He is 1 for 3. Next up, Rolf Borgner, left fielder, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Fastball low, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, line to left center field. That is in the gap, and that is down for another base hit. Third hit today for Borgner as he's going for 2. He will be thrown out trying to make it a double, but Bunterson does make it to third safely. 3 for 3 today for Rolf despite that, and that'll bring up Levo, 1 for 2 today with the single. The RBI chance from Antonio. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball up, just late on the swing at the letters, 1-1. Slider up and in, fisted down the left field line, leaping McStevens, he saves a run, nice play. Bottom 4, it is still 5-0. Roper, Studwick, and crowd. Leading off is shortstop Snag Roper, singled his first time up, he's 1 for 1. Was stranded at second base in that second inning. First pitch two-seamer middle in is turned on by Roper, driven to right field. He got all of that one, folks. It is gone. Home run for Snag Roper, his first of the season. And that puts the Platypi on the board and breaks our shutout inning streak at 22 consecutive innings. 5-1 the score. Next up, Studwick, 0 for 1 today. And once again, the home run ball bites Japani. That fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Grounded to short in the hole. Backhanded by Bunterson. This should be an easy play. 1 down. Next up is Rory Crowds, the left fielder. 0 for 1 day for Rory. The slider up and away is called strike the letters. 0-1. Fastball up and in. Taken inside and high. 1-1. Change up at the knees. Check swing strike called. 1-2 the count. Ball down and in. Grounded hard into left field. That is a base hit for Rory. First hit today for him. He's 1 for 2. Next up is Walker Runs, the second baseman. Infield singled for him last time up off the Japani's glove as it bounced behind the mound in no man's land. Let's see what he does as this follow-up action. First pitch fastball down and away. Popped up right center field over Fort Mahoney. He calls off Colt, and the rookie puts it away for the second out. 2 down runner at first here for Linda Hand. Right fielder 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking her last time up. Fastball up and in is a called strike from Japani, 0-1. Slider down and in. Line to third, right at fielder, and that's going to end the inning. But Japani gives up a solo home run to Snag Roper. 5-1 the score. Platypi on the board here to the 5th. Often Colt and Whoopity do up. Here is Jacques Often, the catcher, who's on fire. Singled his last time up. He is 2 for 2 today with a double and a single, and is 6 for his last 6 at bats. Fastball away, misses, ball 1. Fastball out, changeup outside, drifts 2-0. Fastball up, line to center, over the diving shortstop, base hit for Often. He is 3 for 3, and 7 for his last 7 as he keeps the hitting streak alive. Next up is Colt. Grand slam last time at the plate for Thurman. He's 2 for 2 today. He's driven in all 5 of our runs, 1 on the single in the first inning, and 4 on the grand slam in the third. Fastball low, ball 1. Curveball outside, 2-0 the count. Changeup up and in is a called strike, 2-1 as I was looking fastball there. Swing, changeup inside, 3-1. Fastball at the knees, line to third, right at McStevens for the first out. Nice play. Next up, Whoopity, 0 for 2 day for the second baseman. He is flown out and popped out. Slider middle away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball middle in, bloop to left center field. That will get down this time for a base hit as Whoopity has his first single. He is 1 for 3. It's his first hit in his last 7 at-bats. Hopefully turning that trend around. Here is Mahoney. Rookie 1 for 2 today with the double. Flew out last time up, and that will do it for Jalen Agro as he goes only 4 1/3 innings today. Coming out of the bullpen is going to be Remington Sharp. Agro strikes out a batter, gives up 5 earned runs and 12 hits, walking nobody. Left-hander Sharp coming out of the bullpen. And it's also part of a double switch as the second half will be Pex Flex, the backup catcher, coming in, taking over for Linda Hand in the lineup as I believe he will lead off next inning because Hand was the last out last inning. And that will move Hera O'Wugliams back out to her natural position of right field. Here are Sharp's numbers on the season. Remington, we find him here near the bottom of the lineup, 1-0 with a 1.59 ERA and a 1.41 WHIP. 4 appearances for Sharp. This is his 5th. 1 earned run given up in those appearances. 5 2/3 innings pitched. 6 hits surrendered, 2 walks, and he has struck out 6 batters. Batting average against is a solid .250 with an ERA of 1.59 and a WHIP of 1.41. Sharp having a fantastic start to his year. Let's see how he does against us. Fastball outside from him, misses. Ball 1 to Mahoney. Chased it outside on that one, 1-1. Fastball up, swung under it, 1-2 to Mahoney. Slider at the knees, Mahoney waited for it, drives it dead center field. Did he get enough of it? Back to the wall is Bacon. He will make the catch, and both runners will be back in time. Good swing by Mahoney. He just couldn't get it to the wall. Next up for third baseman Ian Fielder. He's 0 for 2 today. Lined out to right field his last time up. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Outside heater misses, 1-1 to Ian. Fastball up, he pops it up to center field. This should be an easy play for Bacon, as that soft fly ball will be the third out. Buzzards put 2 on, knock out the starter Agro, but cannot score. Bottom 5, Flex, Bacon, and O'Wugliams do up. Leading off is catcher Pex Flex, getting his first appearance of the season here for the Platypi. Also his first at-bat. See what he does here. First pitch fastball down and away is low from Japani, ball 1. The ball in down and in, line down the right field line. That is going to hook foul, 1-1. Zoomer up and in, pop foul, out of play by Flex, 1-2. Change it middle away. Chased it, strike 3, 5th punch out for Japani. 1 down. That'll bring up Bacon, who's 0 for 2 today. Still locked in though, despite that fact. First pitch curveball middle away, called a strike as it floats in there, 0-1. Two-seamer up and in, Bacon lines out to right center field over the leaping Whoopity's glove that is down for a base hit. Bacon, first hit for him today, he is 1 for 3. Runner at first now, 1 down for O'Wugliams. Right fielder now back in her natural spot. 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch to her is a slider down and in, just low, ball 1 from Japani. Fastball up and away, lined into left field and shallow. Bordner coming on, will make the catch, 2 down on the soft liner. Next up, Beefcake McStevens, third baseman 0 for 2 today, no longer locked in as he is grounded out twice to first base unassisted. First pitch to him, a changeup down and in, lined into center field as he sat on it, and Colt giving chase will dive to cut it off, holding McStevens to a single, but Bacon will get to third on the play. First and third now, one down, as that'll bring up Snag Roper, who homered last time up. He is 2 for 2 today, also singling, and he is no longer tense. His fastball up and away is outside for ball 1. Slider down and in, check swing low, 2-0, good eye from Roper. Two-seamer up and in is high, 3-0 the count from Japani. Fastball middle away, fouled off by Roper as he was sitting dead red. Got the green light there, 3-0. 3-1 the count now. Ball down and in the dirt as it bounces. Good block by Often. Bases are now loaded on the first walk by Japani. That'll bring up Muffin Studwick with RBI man. 0 for 2 today, though, and still tense. Can he use his trait to his advantage here? Let's find out. First pitch slider down and away from Japani. It's a called strike at the knees. 0-1. Two-seamer up and away. Just high. 1-1. Change of middle in. Ripped foul by Studwick. 1-2. Fastball inside. Lined up the middle. Past the diving Bunterson into center field. That'll get 2 runs in. It's a 2-run single for Studwick. It is now 5-3. Platypi inching closer. First and second, 2 down for Crowds. 1 for 2 today with the single as Japani is now tense. First pitch fastball middle in there for a strike. Going 1. Good ball away. Check swing outside. Good eye from Rory. 1-2. Slider down and in. Dribbler to third. Fielder fields the high hopper. Fires the first in time, and that ends the inning. Platypi, though, do get 2 on the board. It is 5-3 to the 6th. Japani due to lead off here in the 6th, followed by Bunterson and Bordner. Japani will be done here after 5 innings, giving up 8 hits, 1 walk, and 3 earned runs as her pitch count is about at 80. She is also still tense, so I think it's best let's take her out now. Try to save some face here. Pinch hitting for her off the bench is going to be first baseman Joseph Trunk, who is tense. 0 for 4 last game for Joseph, hitting .211 on the year now with 1 homer, 2 RBIs, looking to break out of his slump. Facing the tiring left-hander Sharp. Fastball middle in is called a strike, 0-1. Fastball down and in, skied into center field. This is going to hang up easily for Bacon. He will make the catch for the first out. Next up is Bunterson, 1 for 3 day for the shortstop. He was singled last time up. Still locked in. Fastball at the knees, grounded up the middle, diving his runs to his right to make the stop. Fires to first in time to get the speedy Bunterson. 2 down, nice play. Next up, Bordner, 3 for 3 day for Rolf. He singled last time up and was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Still 3 for 3 days, nothing to sneeze at for Rolf. Fastball at the knees, so down and away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball down and away, dribbled foul, 0-2. Fastball up, lined on the ground to third. Nice diving stop by McStevens. 1-2-3 inning for Sharp. Hey, Loai, what's up? Glad I've been trying. I heard what you said, and I put it into practice. Coming out of the bullpen for us is going to be, let's see here. We're going to go with long reliever Bradley Bowler here off the bench, as Trunk will go back and sit down as he still did not manage to get a hit here. To the bottom of the 6th, we're still up 2, 5-3. Runs, Sharp, and Flex do up, so runs, pinch hitter, Flex. Let's see. Here is Walker runs, second baseman 1 for 2 today with the single. Let's see what the old freebooter man can do. Fastball up and in from Bowler is skied down the right field line, hooking foul, Mahoney giving chase, dives, he can't get there. You need more speed, rookie, up your training regimen. I forgot to look at Bowler's numbers, so thank you for that. There are Bradley's numbers on here. He's made 1 appearance where he got the win in relief of Erlang Elwood. No record, a 1 whip. 3 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits and striking out a batter. Batting average against .273 on the year for Bradley. 0-1 pitch coming here to runs. A slider up and away. That is fouled off, 0-2. Change it down and in. Check swing inside. Good take there from runs. Two-seamer middle away. Line to second, right to Whoopity. 1 down. Next up will be Remington Sharp. Will the Platypi pinch hit for the locked-in pitcher? Yes, they will. Coming off the bench is backup shortstop Charlie Lopez. Currently tense, hitting .286 with an RBI on the season. First pitch fastball to him up and away is high from Bowler. Ball 1. Two-seamer up and in is a strike called. 1-1. Slider down and away. Grounder up the middle of the short. Bunterson there for it. He'll make the stop. 2 down. Here's Pex Flex, the catcher. 0 for 1 day for him. Coming off the bench as part of a double switch. 2 innings ago. First pitch 2-seamer down and away. In there for a strike called. 0-1. Slider up and into Pex is fouled off. 0-2. Change it down and in. Low. 1-2. Zoomer up and in, away, swung through it, strike 3. First punch up for Bowler, and that ends the inning as Flex is now tense. Lopez coming on is the reliever Natasha Crawford, who was on our playoff roster last year but did not pitch in the playoffs for us, and we ended up releasing her anyway. To the 7th, we're still up 2. Lavo, Often, and Colt, heart of the lineup, due up. Leading off Antonio Lavo, the first baseman, 1 for 3 day for him. Here's a look at Crawford's numbers on the season. Natasha, long reliever, no record on the year. 3.38 ERA with a 1.13 WHIP. 1 earned run given up in her 2 appearances, one of which recorded a save. 2 2/3 innings pitched with 1 hit surrendered, 1 walk, struck one of which was a homer. Walked 2 and struck out 1. Batting average against 125 on the year for Natasha. See what she does here against our heart of the lineup. Curveball down in the way is outside. Ball 1. Fastball up, swung late by Lavos. He's just late. Change up out in front of it now. 1-2. Fastball middle of the plate, driven by Lavo to center field. He got all of that one. Did he get it to the wall? Yes, but Bacon is there to make the catch. 1 down. Next up will be Jacques Often. 3 for 3 day for the catcher. Double and 2 singles on the cards for him as he's 7 for his last 7 at bats. Change it down and in. A called strike. 0-1. Chased the fastball up and in. 0-2. Chased it again, but he fouls it back this time. 0-2. Chased it in the dirt. Dribbler in front of the plate. Crawford barehands it. Fires in time to get Often. 2 down. Next up will be Thurman Colt, the center fielder. 2 for 3 day for Thurman. He's hit a grand slam and singled today. Drive 5 of our runs. Flew out last time up, though. Fastball at the knees. A strike called. 0-1. Your ball bounces. 1-1. Swung through a fastball high. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in. Turned on by Colt, but he skies it to right field. There is O'Wugliams, who barely moved. She'll make the catch, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Crawford. Bottom 7, we're still up 2 runs. Bacon, O'Wugliams, and McStevens due up. Leading off is Willie Bacon, center fielder, 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch to him, a slider up and away. Line to third, right to Ian Fielder, who makes the nice catch. 1 down. Next up is O'Wugliams, 1 for 3 today with a single, still locked in. First pitch 2-seamer down and in, check swing, strike called. 0-1. Next pitch, fastball down and away, grounded to first. Lavo backhands it in the hole. He'll get to the bag himself. 2 down. That will bring up McStevens, 1 for 3 today with the singles, still locked in after he singled last time up. Change it down and away. Called a strike at the knees. Good pitch from Bowler. 0-1. Fastball down and in. Chopper to short. Bunterson charges, bare hands, and fires. 1-2 for Bowler. To the 8th, we're still up 2. Whoopity, Mahoney, Fielder, and then the pitcher slot due up after that. Leading off Whoopity, 1 for 3 today with the single. Let's see if Sloop can keep his hitting going as he did single last time at the plate. Curveball low, ball 1. Chase the fastball high, 1-1. Fastball up, chop foul, 1-2. Fastball for the short. Charging Roper on the bare hand, he'll make the play. 1 down. Next up, Carter Mahoney, rookie 1 for 3 today. Got his first career hit earlier with the double. Still hasn't repeated that success. Curveball hangs in there for a strike, 0-1. Curveball in the dirt away, 1-1. Slider at the knees, lined at the middle on the ground. Base hit for Mahoney, his first career hit game. He's 2 for 4. Attaboy Rook. Next up is Ian Fielder, the third baseman. 0 for 3 day for Ian. Looking to turn things around here at the plate. Fastball up for a strike, 0-1. Changeup inside, turned on and fouled off. 0-2 for Ian. Slider outside, dribbler to second. Runs, flips to second in time, back to first late. Fielder's choice. That'll bring up Bradley Bowler, the pitcher. We will be pinch hitting for the long reliever. Coming off the bench for us will be, let's see here, will be Nathaniel Hurls, the rookie middle infielder, getting the chance with his power versus right-hander active. Still looking for his first career hit. We'll see if he can get it done against Crawford. Changeup, swung through it at the knees, 0-1. Curveball's inside, 1-1. Slider low, 2-1. Fastball high, 3-1. Curveball middle in, line to second, right to runs on the grass, and that ends the inning. Good play for Walker. And let's see, going to the bullpen, we are going to bring in rookie second-year right-hander, Killer Sherman. Bottom 8, we're still up 2. Roper, Studwick, and Crowds do up. Leading off snag Roper, 2-for-2 day for him. He walked last time at the plate. His hit a solo homer and also singled today. Facing Sherman. Sherman, in his one appearance this year, gave up his first ever earned run. He pitched 2 innings, giving up 3 hits, one of them a homer, and he also struck out 2. Batting average against .333 on the year, whip of 150, and an ERA of 4.50 with a record of 0-0. Let's see if Sherman can bounce back from that average appearance. First pitch slider down in the way is outside to Roper, who's seeing the ball well today, 1-0. Fastball down, line to first. Low, Lavo with a nice diving play, 1 down. Not something you expect from him. Next up, Studwick. 1 for 3 day. He singled in 2 runs last time up, but he is still tense. First slider outside, ball 1. Curveball at the knees, line to third. Fielder dives, and he says, I can do it too. 2 down. Next up, Crowds. Day for left fielder. Singled. First pitch cutter at the letters, in there for a strike. Going 1. Change it down and away, in the dirt, 1-1. Fastball up and away, swung through it, 1-2 the count. Slider down and in, called strike 3 on the check swing. First punch out for Sherman, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the 9th, top of the lineup due up as we look for some more insurance. Bunterson, Borgner, and Lavo due up. Leading off the shortstop, Bunterson, who's locked in, 1 for 4 day with a single. Fastball in there from Crawford, 0-1. Crawford's been what I like to call effectively wild today. A lot of chasing pitches for us. And she's got her job done. As that curveball at the knees is driven by Bunterson, but it's going to hang up for Bacon. 1 down. Next up is Borgner, 3 for 4 day with 3 singles for the left. Fastball up and in, swung 0-1. Fastball up and in, turned on by Borgner. He drives it to center field, but again, it's going to hang up for Bacon. 2 down. Next up, Lavo, first baseman, 1 for 4 today with a single. Let's see if he can finish his day strong. Curveball inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball away, in there, caught the corner, 1-1. Changeup away, chop foul, 1-2 the count. Fastball up, popped up the shallow left center, out for the shortstop, Roper. 1-2-3 inning for Crawford. Bottom 9, it is still 5-3. Bottom 3 in the lineup due up for the Platypi. Runs the pitcher slot, and then the catcher flexed. Leading off, second baseman Walker runs. 1 for 3 day for the second baseman. Making some defensive changes here. Coming off the bench to play at third base will be Mario Mustachio, as he will take over for Lavo in the lineup, as Fielder will move over to first base using his utility trait. And out in right field, we are going to bring in Billy Bronx to play out there in place of Mahoney, as he's just a slightly better fielder. First pitch fastball down and in from Sherman is swung through, 0-1. Curveball down and away, swung through it, 0-2. Sherman ahead in the count here. Cutter up and away, called strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Sherman, 1 down. Next up is Crawford, the pitcher. We will see a pinch hitter for her. Who will it be? Your answer is backup catcher Cara Esparza. 267 average for the rookie as she is locked in and a little bit tired as well. Throw ball down and away is ball 1. Fastball up and in, lined up the middle for the rookie, and that is a base hit as she gets on base here against Sherman, and that will bring the tying run to the plate for the Platypi here as they look to stay undefeated. Here is Pex Flex, the catcher, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, coming off the bench as a part of a double switch defensive sub. First pitch to him, a changeup away, fouled off, 0-1. Fastball up and in, lined up the middle, past the diving Whoopity, that is a base hit. First and second now as that puts the tying run on. Here comes the go-ahead run for the Platypi. It is their leadoff hitter, Willie Bacon. Center fielder 1 for 4, still locked in, despite having only 1 hit on the cards today. First pitch to him, a slider up and in from Sherman is high, ball 1. Fastball down and away, grounded to second, flips the second 1, Bunterson to first, in-time double play, and that ends the game as Sherman slams the door in the 9th. Buzzards win 5-3 and hand the Platypi their first loss of the season, as both teams will leave this game tied at 5-1. Again, early offense, that's pretty much all we're on the cards for, but hey, at least we scored more than 2 runs, so I'll take it. Now, if only we could, like, evenly disperse it throughout the whole game, that would be nice. Thank you, OY. Thank you. Let's see. Looking at the box scores, hitless today for us were Ian Fielder and the pitcher slot Japani, as well as pinch hitters Trunk and Hurls. Everyone else got at least 1 hit. 5 RBI day for Thurman Colt as he hit the grand slam, and also an RBI single for him. And first 2 career hits for right fielder Carter Mahoney. On the other side, everybody in the Platypi lineup got a hit today except Linda Hand and Pex Flexed, as well as their pitcher slots and pinch hitters. And Esparza did get a hit, as well as Pex Flexed. I forgot that he did single there in that 9th inning rally. For us on the pitcher slide, Japani gets her first win of the year. 5 hits, 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts, and she did give up that pesky solo home run to Snag Roper. 1 for 1 on the season now as Bowler goes 2 innings in relief out of the pen, striking out a batter. Sherman, 2 innings of relief out of the pen, 2 hits, giving up 2 strikeouts, gets his first save of the year. And on the other side, Jalen Agro, second-year pitcher, 4 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 5 earned runs, a strikeout and a homer. He falls to 0-1. Remington Sharp, inning and 2/3, good clean relief. And Crawford, 3 innings out of the pen, giving up a hit. Game is Thurman Colt with the 5 RBI day, as well as the grand slam. Snag Roper the follow-up with his home run, and then Jock Often with his 3 for 4 day. Not bad at all. I'll take it. Another win. That's, I think, what, 3 wins in a row now? Yep. Let's see, 3, 4, nope, that's 4 wins in a row. Not bad, and we're slowly approaching the end of the first half of the season here. Next up, we play our yearly matchup with the Heaters. Nice. All right, looking around the league. Seymour Sox, the Hot Corners outfielder, returns to the Hot Corners. Oh, no, he's released by the Hot Corners. Jesus, I wrote that backwards. Replacing him is former Wild outfielder Ella Royds. Linus Digby is off the B-Wolves as he's replaced by former Moonstars closer Lil Bupton. Bruno Adamo signs to the Hot Corners. Former Jacks infielder replaces Dig Eforto. Oh, Dig no longer has a home. Sad face. Man and Moon signs to the Jacks as he'll replace backup catcher Clutch Corman as they are trying to beef up their roster there to make, get some wins. Bobby Bash signs to the Heaters as he replaces third baseman Theodore Stiffner. All right, solid. Not bad. Sim up to the next game here, see what we got happening around the league. All right, so now with that loss to the Platypi, there's only one undefeated team left. That is the Wild Pigs. Moose shut out the Hot Corners here, 1-0 to start the sim. Freebooters trying to win, and they will defeat the Wild Pigs, handing them their first loss 8-3, allowing them to take the division lead. Jacks win 2 in a row as they are now out of last place for the first time in their existence, defeating the Nemesis there 7-2. Moonstars there get the win against the Herbisaurs. Crocodons crush the Overdogs underfoot 15-3. They get their second win. Erasing their negative run differential. B-Wolves win in extras over the Wildloads 5-4. Sandcats beat the Salty 4-2, and in the last game of the sim, Blowfish are just piling it on here against the Moose. Moose fighting back though, and then the Blowfish just say not today. 17-5 your final. Alright, not bad. But again, both teams that made the finals, still with losing records. Interesting. Alrighty, next episode we will be taking on the Heaters. 1-4 for the Heaters coming into this game. On the mound for them will be Bishop Fuller, 0-1 with a 4.26 ERA and an 0.95 WHIP. And for us, it'll be our number 3, Erlang Elwood, who is no record, 80 ERA and a 1.80 WHIP. We'll come in at 5-1. See what player development options we have now. Okay, so Bowlers is still here. Colts is still here, but it's a dumb one. Texas is surprisingly still here, but again, I don't want to spend all that money on a guy who might retire. Sherman's is a new one. That one's really stupid. Way high of a chance to get walk prone. We're going to pass on that. Too high of a chance to get whiffer for Lavo, even though he does need that fielding rather badly. Honestly, Joseph Trunks is the best one here. Power and contact for him. And it'll still be here for 2 games, so again, we don't need to buy anything. We can just save up some money. Because as well as Bowler's been pitching, as much as I want to give him this upgrade, I don't want to risk that K-Dud rearing its ugly head, so I'm gonna take my chances and say no. Set the lineup here and call it a day. Leading off will be the shortstop Buttons Bunderson next episode. Following him will be center fielder Thurman Colt. Next up after him, back in the lineup, is first baseman Joseph Trunk. Often stays in the lineup at catcher. He'll still be in the cleanup slot. He is locked in. Mustachio back in the lineup at third base. He'll bat 5th. Whoopity at second base. He'll bat 6th again. Borgner in left field. He'll bat 7th. Axelson in the no, we're going to give it to Mahoney since he did get 2 hits. He'll bat 8th in right field. And then Elwood will be on the mound, batting in 9th. All right, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. A solid win against the Platypi, 5-3. Handed them their first loss of the year, so we did keep our winning streak alive. We're now at 4 in a row. Hopefully we can keep it going into the next game, and hopefully we can score more than 5 runs. Only time's going to tell. We'll just wait and see what happens. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thank you so much. It really does give me leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.